was in undergrad at the University of Oregon, there was this older woman in her 70s, sort of a hunchback. Her name was Millie, and she came up to me one day and was like, "You have a van. I think you should take me to the ocean and I should show you how to harvest seaweeds." She pretty much taught me everything I know about seaweeds. I've been foraging in the Bay Area for about 15 years. My favorite seaweed right now is bladderwrack, or fucus species, and I like it just dehydrated. It puffs up. It's really puffy, kind of like cheese puffs. I call them sea puffs. Seaweeds sequester carbon. They're just as important, especially the kelp forests, are just as important as any of the other forests, rainforests, in helping balance the carbon cycles on our planet. They also are like a food of the future, being something that is a low carbon footprint and actually sustainable, especially when farmed. It's super nutritious. It also is really medicinal. Some of the medicinal qualities are that the brown seaweeds have sodium alginate in them, which bind to radioactive isotopes and heavy metals. It's radioprotective against radiation. It fights tumors. It's really good for high blood pressure and a lot of other blood issues. Some seaweeds are actually antiviral and antibacterial. People use seaweed baths and seaweed wraps to heal the skin. One of the most important things, at least for me, when I'm teaching people how to forage seaweeds, is to really make sure that we honor the land or the sea, the shore that we're on, and that includes the tribal peoples of that area, giving thanks to that. You need to have a license. For most people, you need to have a fishing license, and with a fishing license, you're allowed to harvest 10 wet pounds a day. The best time to get them is at the negative tide during the spring and summertime, which is often like right around dawn. I often will hold on to the seaweed and run it through my fingers to take off any snails or any critters that are there. And then I'll give space away between the blade of the seaweed that I'm harvesting and the stipe or the holdfast, depending on the type of the seaweed. You want to make sure that when you're harvesting, it can regrow. So after harvest, usually take it to like a screen or a tarp. Sometimes it'll take more than one day to dry. When I'm here in Berkeley harvesting, a lot of times I'll just dry stuff at home in my dehydrator. My favorite part is eating the seaweeds, like right off the rocks, you know, harvesting and eating it fresh and trying new ones and sampling them. I really enjoy just like being in the environment. It's just really magical.